in high definition. This is CBS 2 News at 11 a.m.
As you know, significant conversation has been had regarding how much contribution the law enforcement community receives from the Islamic community, the Muslim community, and to represent the Muslim community is Salam Al-Mariyeti, the Muslim Public Affairs Council's Executive Director.
Thank you, Sheriff. Thank you, Mr. Supervisor, Mr. Garcetti, Chief Beck. The other half of working to prevent any kind of terrorism is basically coming down to the community responsibility. And in supporting programs like iWatch or suspicious activity reporting or the Homeland Security Congress with the sheriff, we need community input, we need community buy-in. So let me just say three things about the events that unfolded last night. Number one, the elimination of Osama bin Laden represents the end of a dark era for the region, the end of terrorism as we know it. And hopefully it will usher a new era of democracy and human rights that we see throughout the streets of the Muslim world today, that say no to dictatorship and no to terrorism and yes to people's empowerment. Number two, Al-Qaeda failed in America because of our partnership with law enforcement. It failed in pushing its bankrupt ideology on us and our children. And as a result, it became irrelevant. And number three, because of that failure, it doesn't mean that the threat is completely gone. It means we are in a new phase. And therefore, we have to remain vigilant in reporting on any kind of suspicious behavior. 7 out of the last 10 terrorist plots were foiled because responsible American citizens cooperated with law enforcement. So we must redouble our efforts in terms of working with law enforcement on this issue. As the President said, we are victorious today, but we are really victorious when we remain united.
City and county officials once again advising all for continued vigilance in what's going on currently. A local man whose brother was the